Yo, what's good, arcaders? This is Okay Wasabi from Fostoras 1475. The hooded skinny niggas die, and they do that much fly with the clouds are too close to the ground, so we all touch the sky. And I'm not alone. I'm out here with
Sibum Banza, Mr. Fresh Fade, no Banza.
And you're watching a new episode of Arcade Update.
Yeah.
Your number one tech channel for all tech news and all things that have to do with tech.
We moved up though. We were 14 a couple of weeks ago, now we're number one.
Are we? Oh yeah,
you pushed us up a couple.
Oh yeah. Okay, let me not say number one.
No, but did you see somebody tweeted us and said you are my number one?
Okay, at least shout out to you, man. Story number one. Let's go.
So, the Galaxy Fold. I think everybody's been excited about the Galaxy Fold. I sure have. Not that I'm going to go buy it, but it's a beautiful looking piece of tech. And I love when we change it and we, take the bounds and just push them a little bit more. And that's exactly what the Galaxy Fold does, or rather did. It was set to launch on the 26th of April, which I'm assuming is this past Saturday, depending on how lazy we are. It was set to launch on the 26th of April for $1,980 US dollars, which is about 28,500. But there is a South African news source here that says that it could retail when it gets here to South Africa, when it leaves and it goes over the pond to South Africa, it could hit 45,000 rand. 45,000. Yes, 45,000. This, my laptop, literally my entire life, my work, my career is nowhere close to 45,000. Can you imagine? But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen any longer.
Launch was...
Yeah, it was indefinitely pushed forward. Let me tell you why. So a couple of influencers, so people like us, reviewers, right? In the States, and I think just all around the world, they usually get the phones a couple of days early. Yeah, they create their review videos. They get given the phones to make reviews about them. Content for them and the brands get advertising. Everybody wins. And basically what was happening is a lot of these guys were taking it out of the packaging and they were making their videos, and there's a little cover. It's like a screen protector looking thingy on it. And so what do you do when you see a screen protector thing, especially as a reviewer?
As a tech
exactly. You want to show everybody what the phone actually looks like. You peel the thing off. Unfortunately, when people started peeling off their screen protectors, their phones started going blank. Sometimes it's just the half and the other. One of the tech reviewers has just slowly started in a corner, and a couple of days later, everything was gone. And for some other people, just folding the phones started messing them up very, very quickly. So the first time, Samsung released a statement and essentially said, yo, do not take that thing off. It's not a screen protector. It's another layer of the screen. It's a part of the screen. But it looked, for a lot of people, it looked like you could just peel it off. And then secondly, later on, the Samsung people were like, yo, they put out a statement. They were like, actually, you know what? We're going to halt everything for a little bit, and they pushed the launch. Exactly. They decided to postpone the launch a little bit. That's gotta suck though. And I don't understand how things like that happen, to be honest with you. How does it go through everything and then it gets to maybe 50 people and they figure out...
Apparently this thing, they've been testing this phone for 7 years, guys. They've been working on it and stuff like that. And it took 2 days to tear it apart for everyone.
That's the thing, 2 days, dog.
It's not just one reviewer. It happened to everyone. So many journalists got the phone. And almost everyone, the phone was tearing apart. And they were Samsung was so confident in its test process because they were showing us machine folds. They were showing us a machine that would fold the phone like 2,000 or 1,000 times. And it still tore apart in 2 days.
Normal consumers broke their phones in 2 days. And the funny thing is, they were like, yo, so one person tweeted, hey, so my Samsung kind of broke.
And then everyone was like...
it. And then somebody else was like, another reviewer was like, yo, me too. Me too. And then they realized that they had all messed up their phones.
I'd like to congratulate Samsung for trying. And some phones have been getting boring. It's just been a slab of glass and metal. And Samsung's trying to innovate. And I don't know if we're ready for foldable technology. Maybe one day we will, but we have to give our hats off to Samsung for even trying, guys.
I think that's fair.
But still speaking of Samsung, guys, Samsung recently in South Africa launched its series of QLED TVs. The different thing about these TVs, guys, is that there's an 8K TV. So for the first time in South Africa, we're getting 8K TVs, which, if you know me, I'm a resolution peak. I love resolution. Right now, I haven't seen many households with 4K TVs.
Yeah.
So 8K is something that's I'm very keen to see in people's houses. If you're a rich person and you have an 8K TV at your house, or even a 4K TV at your house, maybe tweet at me, show me, say, hey, George, I have a 4K TV at my house. But what's interesting is the price of these things. Apparently, the 8K TV, the entry level of the 8K TV is going to cost about 76,000 rand.
What? Wait.
So we're still a few years away from it being a consumer. I don't consider this TV to be a consumer.
Doc, isn't that like 1 year of varsity? Like easy. That's
on a TV.
That's your
on a TV.
Yeah.
And like I saw this. It's a whole line of TV, guys. The 8K TV is not alone. There's different sizes, different resolutions. There's 4K, there's 8K, and there's a line called the Q900. It starts from 65 inch. That's 76,000 rand, right? Then there's 75 inch, which is 112,000 rand. 82 inch, which is like 180k. But there's a 98 inch TV.
Yeah.
Which will probably go for 1 million rand. So Bapale Lapa 999. So after I read the first two nines, I thought they were gonna stop and put some zeros, but they went again and put more nine. 1 million rand for a 98 inch TV. So
why
if
would
you're
you need a 98 inch TV though? I don't understand. Why did I even ask?
Yeah, FIFA. I think
Mpapi.
if you want to hit the ball from here all the way there. So one of the biggest fights in the tech world has been Apple versus Qualcomm. Qualcomm is a telecommunications company, guys. If you don't know, they make processors for mobile devices and modems too. So whatever gives you 4G, whatever gives you 5G, and whatever any telecommunications in phones, they make the processors for your phones and stuff like that. They have the Snapdragon processor in Android phones, and they have the modems in iPhones. So Apple and Qualcomm have been fighting for the longest time because Qualcomm claims that Apple has been stealing its patents to give to other companies, and it's been a huge fight. There's been lawsuit on top of lawsuit on top of lawsuit, and apparently, while Qualcomm was creating modems for Apple's phones like the 6S or the 7, 8, 10, and so on, Apple was trying to split from Qualcomm and go to Intel. Okay. So Intel was saying, okay, we can create 5G modems for you guys for the iPhone 11.
Okay.
So they were like, okay, we can't create the modems this year for 2019. So we'll probably only get 5G iPhones in 2020, right? Which is cool, no problem. So the breakup is happening between Qualcomm and Apple. The new rebound is Intel. Intel is going to make the new modems for Apple's iPhone 11s. But after a while, all of a sudden, Intel announces, "Hey guys, we're jumping out of the modem game. So no more Intel modems for Apple. So there's nothing Apple could have done. But what?
Did they go back?
They went back. They had to go back.
Yikes!
So Apple paid the lawsuits. They settled out of court. We don't know for how much, but yeah, Qualcomm and Apple are back together again. It's like breaking up with your.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's breaking up with your girlfriend for
another chick,
for another woman,
and then she's like, nah.
And now you have to go back to.
You have to go back.
Hey, listen,
you need
listen,
her.
baby, listen.
You need her.
That's awkward.
So I'm happy it's settled because now we might get iPhone 5G quicker.
Yeah.
Not 2019 though. I think the 11S's. If 11 is coming out this year, I think the 11S or the 12. I don't know. Apple has a weird naming scheme for their phones.
They do. It is very strange.
So 2020 we'll get Qualcomm modems in iPhones. So and they'll live happily ever after.
Do you know who's gonna live happily ever after? I am when the PlayStation 5 comes out.
The PS5.
If there's anything that I'm excited about, guys, as a fan of, you know what, I'm a fan of Xbox. I'll never lie to you, but PlayStation just has a deep part in my life because that was the first console I ever had.
Obviously, yes.
And I recently bought a PS4 when I finally had the money to buy a console.
PS4.
But now the PS5 is coming out. And you know what? At first I was very scared. When I bought my PS4, I was like, oh damn, I'm very, very late, first of all, buying a PS4 in 2019. But now that I've heard a couple of things about the PS5, I'm like, you know what?
It's not bad.
Open arms.
Yeah.
Come here, PS5. I'm very excited, and we're going to let you know about a couple of things that the PS5 is going to have. One of the first things it's going to have is better 3D audio chips, and for the geeks like me who love sound, I'm a person who plays PlayStation with my headphones on because I just love the idea of being able to hear where things are coming from, where things are going. For people like me, this is going to be much better because the gap between PS3 and PS4 was very tiny in terms of sound and making it better.
Not much
now,
upgrades.
exactly. Now they are upgrading it. They are proper upgrading it. Also, second thing, 8K graphics for people like George. Who love playing things in the highest resolution possible. Hopefully one day when you can, organize yourself an 8K TV. Samsung, what up?
Sponsor me with the 8K TV.
With the 8K TV so George can play his PlayStation 5 in peace. The third thing that I'm actually, I think, most excited for out of everything, you know how I said my biggest fears is the fact that I'm going to have to jump from console to console because I bought it so late.
Yeah.
With PlayStation 5, it has backward compatibility, which basically means you will be able to play PlayStation 4 games
on the PS5.
On the PS5.
I don't think that's ever happened before.
That has never happened.
I used to ask myself, Guti, can we play PS3? Can I play PS2 on PS3 and so on?
PlayStation used to fight all the time. People used to always ask, how, guys, please allow us. Not all of us are rich. We need to be able to play our PlayStation 2 games, Need for Speed Most Wanted on our PlayStation 3s. But unfortunately, that was not the case. But now you can. PlayStation 4 and PlayStation VR, they will definitely be, they're upping their VR game.
Yes.
So they said that they're going to make even better VR, because VR is the future. They are making their VR better. But if you want, you can still play your VR games from your PlayStation 4. They are keeping us intact. I'm very excited for this. Overall, I'm just very, very excited. And last but not least, they're going to make our games faster. I think one of the most annoying things for me as somebody who plays, I'll even say sports games a lot, loading screens irk me. I need to get to my game. I need to be playing.
That loading screen at the bottom.
It just takes forever. PlayStation 5 is going to have us covered. They're changing to a SSD and not an HDD like they've had before, which means faster loading times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Guys, I can't wait for this thing. I think I was hoping for late 2020.
Yeah.
I'll put my money on early 2021.
You rate it's still going to be a while?
I think it's still going to be a while. I think the PS4 Pro came out a year or two ago, right?
Oh, that's true.
So I'm hoping for late December 2020, but I'll put my money on 2021 first quarter for the PS5.
So I'm still fine for now with the PS4.
Yeah. For the next 2-3 years, it's still good because the PS4 Pro still has to run out its time. But we'll see, guys. We'll see. E3 is coming up soon, so Sony's not going to E3s.
Yeah.
But we're waiting for Xbox to release some amazing news.
Listen, Xbox is doing the absolute most, and a lot of people have told us here that we have a favorite, which is PlayStation, but we don't.
Exactly.
We're lovers of everybody. Love wins, even in gaming.
Even now, Xbox just dropped something new for you, Xbox lovers. What did they drop?
They dropped the Xbox One S. Digital.
Sure.
No discs, guys. Listen to me when I say no discs.
Download all the games.
Download all the games every time. You have to use your Wi-Fi. You have to use internet to download all your games. This is a game changer for a lot of people. I love using game changer when you talk about gaming because I feel so smart and funny. This is a game changer. I think for people in Europe and America, where people have the money to always download games because
60
they have
gig
Wi-Fi.
files. 60 gig files.
I just did 40 and a 20 last night, and I was just like, how is it even possible that this is a thing? Now, can you imagine not having Wi-Fi? You have to buy discs, which is something that a lot of South Africans still do. We buy discs.
We still go to BT Games.
Exactly, and now you're giving us a console with no discs. So obviously, I don't think it's going to sell as much in South Africa. I think it might sell. I think it will sell, but not as much as discs. And Xbox, if you want to come to me and prove me wrong, please do. But I don't think it's going to sell as much because a lot of us don't have that internet connection.
Yes,
to be able.
That's
to
the only thing that's holding it back.
That's it, dude.
You know what? Because I feel like Microsoft in general is just pumping up their E3 set.
Yeah.
I think there's something that they're gonna drop earlier than PS5. I think they might drop actually next year. I'm putting my money on Xbox for next year, for 2020. I think the new Xbox, I think it was called Scarlet or something. That's their code name for it. The next Xbox might drop next year, guys. And right now they're just giving out the Xbox One S digital as a farewell. But next year we might see the new Xbox, and I'm pretty excited for that.
So this one, the Maverick, is dropping next month.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And you saying Scarlett, you're giving it next year?
Next year, I think the reason why they're hyping up their E3 dates like this, I think they're gonna wow us, because the Xbox One S digital doesn't have. I doubt it has anything new that entice somebody who already has an Xbox or somebody to choose, especially in places like South Africa with the internet speeds. Like, why would I choose the Xbox One S when I can just buy the Xbox One S with?
That's my thing. I don't understand what the thought process is behind it.
But probably, I think it's cheaper actually
to make it without
the disc,
disc reader.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's cheaper, so it will be cheaper.
Okay.
Because I heard in America the normal Xbox One S is 300 or 350, so they'll make this one 250 or 200.
Oh,
so
this is it's not like an upgrade per
no,
se.
It's just cheaper option. The cheaper option.
Okay.
But within time, is it cheaper because
your Wi-Fi bill is going up. But either way, a lot of the time now, to be able to be a gamer, you have to have internet connection.
Exactly.
Every single game I download, I buy right now says you have to have PlayStation Plus to be able to play this game efficiently and to its full capacity. Otherwise, you won't be able to.
But what do we know, guys? Like, you can buy the X1S digital and run up your internet bill until you get banned at your house for using the internet. But speaking about bans, guys.
How, man? Oh, man.
It's trouble in the UK.
It's trouble in the UK. And it's tech news. It's technically tech.
Moving away from tech a bit is Brexit, right? After UK is dealing with so much stress with Brexit and stuff like that, they said, no, guys, we need to cause more trouble.
More havoc.
We need to cause more trouble.
Yeah.
But now let's cause it with the people who are on the internet.
Yeah.
Which is the worst people to upset, by the way.
Always.
So UK is proposing a porn ban, guys. A nationwide porn ban, where I think it's a soft ban.
Yeah.
I think it's a soft ban because they're not completely shutting down the internet.
Soft ban for hardcore.
Yeah. Soft ban for hardcore.
Yeah.
So, guys, in the UK,
yeah,
if you want to log on to Pornhub or whatever, I don't know these sites.
Yeah, we don't know them. Like OX videos, Black.com.
We don't know those sites.
Not that we know any of the sites. Yeah.
But if you want to log on to those sites, a screen is going to pop up now that's going to prompt you to either put in your ID number and verify it by taking a picture, because anyone can add
your ID.
3 or 4 years to their age and stuff like that. But now you're going to have to take a picture of your ID, driver's license or passport, and upload it to the site, not to the porn site, but to an age verification site that will verify if you are in fact over 18. So people are wilding already.
People are wilding, and you know what? Rightfully so. Not that I watch the porn, but I cannot imagine having to put your driver's license picture onto a site that is then collecting your data to be like, oh, Usebu Utanda.
Exactly.
X videos over in Pornhub.
What about leaks? What about compromises?
Can you
what
imagine?
About somebody leaks? Like somebody hacks the. Because it's a database of every picture that's ever been taken.
Exactly.
I know they're gonna save those pictures.
Yeah.
I know they're gonna save those pictures and upload them to some cloud and stuff like that. What if that leaks?
Who says that is safe?
That's personal information that leaks. So it's so much that's happening in Europe because of stuff like Article 13 also too. Is I'm just praying, see that it doesn't trickle down to South Africa, please.
It's a problem, and as much as I'm worried about the consumer, I'm also worried about people, sex workers, people who make money from that.
Exactly.
Because now it's going to pull people away from watching their content, and at the end of the day, porn is content, no matter how you look at it. If it's legal,
and it's income for people.
Exactly. If it's legal, it's content. And I think that's one of the big issues right now. It's that it's going to be a problem for a lot of sex workers. Imagine every time you came onto YouTube to watch our videos, you had to prompt something, put in your age, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And I hope it doesn't necessarily go through. I know they're trying to save a lot of people, but I feel like there are other ways they need to look at it. But you can't take out data at the end of the day.
It's finished, guys.
Man, porn always making the news. Who knew porn would be on the arcade update? But that's it for this week's video. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Sibu Banza, Mr. Fresh Fade No Banza, and I'm here with
Wasabi from Foster 1475. The hood is skinny niggas die. Need to multiply. The clouds are too close to the ground, so we all touch the sky.
Yeah.
And you were watching Arcade
Update.
See you again next week, same time, same place.